Hello, my name is Father Mark Hoffman, and I'm here to present today's video on St. Joseph, the model of workers. What was the best job you ever had? The first significant job I ever had began in my sophomore year of high school, and it continued for about 10 years. From it, I earned enough money to put myself through college and experience a great deal of practical knowledge in business administration, which really has blessed me even in my priestly vocation. I worked at a family-owned supermarket called Brown Brothers, located right here in Mill Creek. I really blossomed while working there. Now, don't get me wrong, it was hard work, and the hours were demanding at times. But I grew so much as a person working there because it taught me perseverance during time of challenge. It was not easy holding down a job and being a full-time collegian at the same time, but it had a tremendous payoff. I learned things about business administration that textbooks alone could never have provided. That work experience prepared me to cultivate my talents based on the service of others. St. Joseph also knew what hard work was all about. Remember that an angel appeared to him in a dream several times, and each time was assigned a goal of what to do. But in neither of the times did the angel tell him exactly how to do his duties. There was no instruction manual. God needed a self-starter to accomplish each of those tasks, and that is where St. Joseph's creative abilities served him well. Recognizing this in 1955, Pope Pius XII bestowed on St. Joseph a special title in order to inspire all Christians, Patron Saint of Workers. Pope Pius XII did this as a counter-celebration to the communists' May Day. For communists, work was the goal in itself. But for the faithful who follow Christ, work is a way to honor their Creator who so generously gave them all that is good in life. The documents of Vatican II clearly called the faithful to remember that work not only contributes to society, but it develops the individual person who is participating in the work as well. Seeing work as a part of a divine plan to use the gifts God has given us really is important to recognize because it gives purpose and direction to how we live life. It seems that the Holy Scriptures themselves give a hint that St. Joseph must have seen his work as important, as he never seems to object to anything that God asks of him. He is capable to respond to God's request. God prepared his faithful servant Joseph to carry out an extraordinary vocation, to guard and care for his beloved son and his mother, Mary, and in this way to share in the fulfillment of Christ's passion and death for our salvation. Honoring St. Joseph as a model of workers implies that we are attracted to his humility and obedience as well as his talents. He teaches us to be aware of the presence of God, which he had while he was engrossed in his work. St. John Paul II, that famous champion against communism, wrote an encyclical called Laborem Exercens in 1981. In this text, he highlights the dignity of the work of the Christian. St. John Paul reminds us that the idea of the dignity of work was not made after the fall of Adam and Eve, but it was made before. Even though the fall enforced an aspect of toil, work has always been a part of God's plan for humanity. Pope John Paul said that work is a good thing for man, a good thing for his humanity, because through work, man not only transforms nature, but he also achieves fulfillment as a human being. I guess you could say that in a sense, we become more human as we see worth in what we do with the creative abilities given to us by God. Knowing that St. Joseph shared his love of craftsmanship with the youth and young adult Jesus makes Joseph more relatable to us. Good parents want to pass on skills to their sons and daughters in order that they live better and can honor God, the skill giver. Using this understanding of work, St. Joseph becomes less like a plaster statue in a church and more of the man of God he was created to be. And maybe that's the greatest lesson today. I hope that your experience of St. Joseph as a model of work inspires you to be your best in cultivating your gifts. I hope your work experience has been as rewarding as mine has been. These days were precious to me because myself and many other young guys working during our high school years grew up. I can say that I was rewarded with many friendships among my fellow employees and with meeting wonderful people every day. Working at Brown Brothers Supermarket was probably the best preparation I could ever have had to discern the seminary. Not everyone can say that they love what they do, but if you do, you are indeed blessed. St. Joseph gave God his all, in effort and in faith. I hope you do too. God bless you.